Right now, somewhere in the world, thousands of strangers are standing in a dark stadium, screaming the same words at the same time, arms raised toward a stage. You've probably done it yourself. It feels like pure joy. But the real answer to why you do this is far stranger than entertainment. Music isn't a modern invention. It isn't even a human invention, not really. It's older than language, older than fire, some researchers argue, and it didn't start as art. It started as survival. Rewind 60,000 years. No radios, no instruments you'd recognize, just a small group of early humans huddled in the dark, listening to every sound around them for signs of danger. In that world, sound wasn't entertainment. Sound was information. A snapping branch meant a predator. A calm hum from another human meant safety. Every sound had a job to do, and somewhere in that constant, careful listening, something shifted. Your brain was already wired for it. Long before any human shaped a single instrument, the human ear had spent millions of years learning to detect rhythm, pitch, and pattern in the natural world. A heartbeat, footsteps, rain falling in waves. That wiring didn't disappear once danger passed. It stayed. And eventually, someone turned that same wiring inward and used it to make sound on purpose. Archaeologist Nicholas Conard, working in a cave called Hohlefels in Germany, found something that changed how we think about all of this. A flute, carved from the wing bone of a vulture. 5 finger holes, precisely spaced. It's over 40,000 years old. Someone sat down, thousands of generations before you, and deliberately shaped an instrument to make sound on purpose. Not to hunt, not to build shelter, just to make music. That's the reframe you need. Music wasn't a luxury early humans added once survival was easy. They made it while survival was still brutally hard. Which raises the obvious question: why bother? Here's where it gets stranger. Charles Darwin actually had a theory about this. He believed music came before language, not after. He imagined early humans making musical calls, rising and falling in pitch, to express emotion long before they had words for it. A kind of proto-language built entirely from sound and feeling. Modern researcher Stephen Mythen picked this idea back up and gave it a name: musa-language. The theory suggests your ancestors were singing meaning at each other before they were speaking it. Think about that for a second. Before "I'm scared" existed as a sentence, there may have been a sound, a rising pitch, a trembling note. And everyone around the fire understood it instantly, without a single word. So music may not be something humans invented for fun. It may be one of the tools that made human connection possible in the first place. There's more evidence hiding in the caves themselves. Researcher Igor Reznikov studied ancient painted caves in France and noticed something odd. The paintings weren't scattered randomly. They clustered in spots with the strongest natural echo, places where a single voice would resonate and swell through stone. Ancient humans weren't just decorating walls, they were choosing acoustic stages. Sound and ritual were tangled together from the very beginning. And it wasn't just about ritual with strangers, it was about survival within the smallest, most fragile relationship of all: a parent and a child. Psychologist Sandra Trehub has spent decades studying something called infant-directed singing. Across wildly different cultures with completely different languages, mothers sing to their babies using the same patterns: slower tempo, higher pitch, repeated melodies. Babies who can't understand a single word still calm down, still lock eyes, still feel safe. Before language could soothe a child, melody already could. Think about how strange that actually is. A baby has no vocabulary, no grammar, no concept of meaning at all, and yet a simple rising and falling tune can turn panic into calm in seconds. That's not culture. That's not learned behavior passed down through teaching. That response is built into the architecture of a human brain before it has learned a single word. Which means music may have been doing emotional work inside the human mind long before language ever showed up to take credit for it. Now here's the twist that changes everything. You'd think language came first and music was decoration added on top. But the opposite might be true. Music may have been the original glue holding small human groups together, long before grammar and vocabulary existed to do the job. And that glue is measurable. Researcher Björn Vickhoff studied choir singers and found something remarkable. When people sing together in rhythm, their heartbeats start to synchronize. Their bodies literally sync into the same rhythm biologically, without anyone trying. Group singing isn't just emotionally bonding, it's physically synchronizing. So think back to that ancient group by the fire. Humming together wasn't just comfort, it was quite literally syncing their nervous systems, calming fear, building trust, turning strangers into a unit that could survive the night together. A group that could sing together, could probably hunt together, defend together, raise children together. Music wasn't decorating survival, it was quietly engineering it. Now, bring that back to today. That stadium, that crowd screaming the same lyrics. It feels modern. Neon lights, phone flashlights, massive speakers. But underneath all of it is the exact same ancient mechanism. Synchronized voices, synchronized heartbeats, a room full of strangers becoming, for 3 minutes, a single connected group. The technology changed completely. The need behind it never did. That flute made from vulture bone and that concert you attended last summer are separated by 40,000 years and connected by exactly one thing: the oldest trick your brain has for turning individuals into a tribe. So the next time you catch yourself humming without noticing or getting chills during a chorus, remember what's actually happening. You're not just enjoying a song. You're running code written into your ancestors long before words existed at all. And that stadium, full of strangers with their hands in the air, screaming the same words at the same time, that's not a concert. That's a survival ritual. 40,000 years old, still playing out perfectly under modern lights.